This Transmissions Trips to the Store video has been brought to you with the help of listeners like you. Without Patreon support, Transmissions would not be the show it is today. You can sign up for Patreon at www.transmissionspodcast.com/support.
Welcome to the Transmissions Trips to the Store, where we show off all the awesome Transformers stuff we got this week. This video is part of our regular Transmissions podcast, which you can check out at our website, transmissionspodcast.com. We do 2 shows every week. 2 shows. Every Wednesday, it's Transmissions, our flagship show. It's all about Transformers toys. We talk a lot about toys, and we show off some toys, and that's this Trips to the Store segment. That's what this is a part of. So if you're watching this, I hope you're listening to Transmissions. And we do every Friday, we do Transmissions Alt Mode, which is all about Transformers comics and media. This week is a big one because we are reviewing Lost Light number 25, the final issue in the More Than Meets the Eye Lost Light saga. So we'll have some thoughts about that. Joining us this week is Greg from the Unfunny Nerd Tangent. Hey, Greg, how you doing?
Hi, good to be here again. Yeah, lots of fun. We don't even, on my show, we don't do video, it's just audio, so as you can see. I'm the handsome one, so yeah, that's the trouble.
So Yoshi invited Greg to come on, and then Yoshi skipped out. So
yep.
What a guy that Yoshi.
Oh yeah. One day I'll track him down.
And of course, Transmissions is supported by you, our lovely donatrions, the people on Patreon and PayPal who give us lots of money. Thank you guys. Well, it's not that much money, but it's enough to keep the show going. We appreciate it. And if you want to become a Donatron and get all those perks, you know, we've got our exclusive Transmissions Declassified monthly show. You can listen to the show live every week. And we have some goodies we give out to people at the higher levels. So all that stuff can be yours if you just go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. And that's how you can do that. Thanks, Greg. Everyone else, yeah. Yoshi always makes fun of me for that, but I appreciate that.
Get the 2 going and be like, yeah.
The Wolverine.
Yeah.
Or Wakanda Forever. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. Let's get into the stuff we got, and I'm going to start us off. So I've got one thing I want to talk about. I put this out on Twitter. It's not Transformers related, but you may have known. I think it's not been a secret. I joined Weight Watchers this year, so it's now called WW. It's been rebranded as like Wellness Wins or something. But I had a milestone. I got 100 pounds. I lost 100 pounds in the last couple weeks. So, and I got a little keychain thing.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if probably can't see that it says 100 on it. I don't know if it's legible. But yeah, and I got I got other little charms for all the other milestones I did this year. So
That's a charm bracelet, Charles.
it's a keychain. It's a keychain.
Yeah.
That's just a little bracelet.
That's okay. I'm secure enough in my manhood to have a charm bracelet. That's fine.
How much weight do you have to lose for that to fit around your waist, around your wrist?
Yeah,
I think you might be going overboard.
Although my wedding ring is actually really loose now. Like I have to get my wedding ring resized because it's so loose now. So
Wow.
I guess that's good.
At least that's the excuse you give your wife.
All right. So another thing I wanted to show off. So You guys might know Robots with Coffee. Our friend Paul, he did a Kickstarter recently for a Robots with Coffee coloring book, and I backed that Kickstarter and got the coloring book. So I backed it.
Said hi to him at TFcon.
Yeah. So I hope you guys all supported him at TFcon. So this is nice. His art is really cool and humorous. I like it. So it's all quirky and everything. He started off, doing parody comics of More Than Meets the Eye, and it's expanded. So this is cool. It also had there's a spin-off, Princess Robo, that also has some funny things there. So it's profiles of all the little princess robots that you can see here. So that's neat. I like Princess Tank Top and Duchess of Chainsaws. So.
I like that one. That's cool.
And similar, I should show the inside of the Robots with Coffee coloring book too. So that's cool. I also got, he had some stickers and a personalized sketch of a robot farting. He also had some, he had some paper dolls, and he actually commissioned other artists to do the paper dolls. One of them was art by Sarah Peter Durocher. And another one was done by Casey Collar.
Nice.
So
that's cool.
Very cool. So thanks, Paul. You're really appreciated. I'm glad I was able to get the stuff and back your Kickstarter. So I hope everything was successful there and that you had some good times at TFcon. I missed you. I'm sorry I missed you there. I missed everybody at TFcon. So it sounds like it was a great weekend.
Everywhere we went, it was like, is Charles here? Where's Charles? Everywhere. I talked to a complete stranger. Oh, is Charles here?
Even at Hofbrauhaus, we were asked, "Where's Charles?"
in between the paddling, the waitress.
Well, I travel. And thanks to Jimmers and Jeremy and Darryl. I got a TFcon haul, even though I couldn't be there. So first, I got the Respect the Prime Constructed Cold EP. So this is Jimmer's album with songs inspired by the More Than Meets the Eye comics and the Marvel comics as well. And Jimmers is always putting the Transmissions logo right there as well. Thanks, Jimmers.
Cool.
And he said he wants us really involved in the next album, so I don't know what that means. But
I told him as soon as he has an idea to let us know.
It's like a barbershop quartet.
Probably as long as it doesn't involve us singing, we're good.
And sharps.
The last thing I got was scripts from James Roberts. So Darryl hooked me up and got me 4 scripts. This is More Than Meets the Eye number 31. Then More Than Meets the Eye number 55. That's the last issue of the Megatron arc. Then More Than Meets the Eye number 21. And More Than Meets the Eye number 12. And got them all signed. So thanks, Darryl, for getting them all done for me. Appreciate it. And that's all I got this week. So over to you, Jeremy. Or no, not Jeremy. Over to you, Greg.
To me, all right.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get to go to TFcon either, obviously. I'm all the way down here. But I did send 2 of my comics to Yoshi, and all I've got is the photos of them, so you can't really see them. I don't think it'll even turn up on the thing.
Too bright.
Anyway, just have to take my word for it. It's More Than Meets the Eye #1 and Lost Light #1, and he got James Roberts to sign them for me. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
I did a little video, like a little 30-second video beforehand to say like, "Oh, hi, Mr. Roberts. I'm here in Australia and I can't get there," and all this kind of thing. And from all accounts, it went over pretty well. So I was pretty rapt to hear that. I also have. It took me a while, but I finally managed to get it. Let's see if we can pop up there. There he is, a little MP Megatron.
Nice.
Little smiley little smirk there. I never got the first edition they did, MP whatever it was, but I mean that one is far superior in every way, if you ask me. So it's probably good that I didn't end up with the first one. And I've had this comic because then I have this shitty one next to it. So I had this comic for a little while, which, as you can see, is #5 of the original Marvel ones with the classic, "Are All Dead" on there. And again, thanks to Yoshi, giving him entirely too much praise, but in this case, he sort of deserves it. He managed to help me track down a decent copy of the first one there, #1. Mine had pencil markings or pen markings on it from the shop, which was no good. And issue 2, 3 there with Spider-Man, and 4. So I got the first 5, which I'm going to do in some kind of display, like in a frame. See the frames behind me there? I'm going to try and put them in something like that all together. And one last thing I managed to find, I don't know if it's much interest to you. It's a bit, I don't know, a bit of a niche market. I don't know who would want them. I found this in a store somewhere, and I thought, I don't know who these guys down the bottom are, but they look like some young go-getters.
That ruins the whole image.
Yeah. Well, I want to give these young go-getters a chance. They might be going places. So yeah. But yeah, in all seriousness, he sent me with that one as well. So
okay,
which is cool because I've got to get a proper bag for it. But yeah.
Wait, he sent it to you in an improper bag?
Yeah, like this. I thought Yoshi didn't bag this one. No way.
What the fuck, Yoshi?
Yeah. I mean, maybe he did. Maybe he had some leftover bags or something he was tossing out. But yeah, I need to get I use the 4mm ones, 4mm Mylar. So I need to put this one, the Transmissions one, in one of those ASAP. But yeah, that will be a job for tomorrow, I think. So yeah, and then eventually the Lost Light and More Than Meets the Eye will make their way down under. So that'll be a nice add to the collection.
Nice.
But yeah, that's it for me.
Cool. I think we didn't totally mention it, just for the people listening. That was the Transmissions Till All Are One #1 variant.
Yes.
Exclusive variant. So just for the people listening who are not watching, because I know 90% of people watch YouTube.
Yeah. The classic Straxus and Blaster homage there, which is pretty cool.
Nice. All right, now over to Jeremy, proud former owner of that old MP Megatron.
Yeah.
Or do you still have it? Were you able to get rid of it?
I sold it.
I can leave him here if you like, if that fits in. You can just.
No, I sold it, so I don't have the new one. I need to get it, but what I do have. This was one of the first things that I got at TFcon, thanks to Darryl. Arable. Or Mr. Maple. Maple cookies. Darryl's always good about sending those to me. And
I can send you some Vegemite if you want it.
No. I actually like eating these. I haven't had Vegemite, but I've heard horror stories.
It's a staple of the nation. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. I also got the Constructed Cold album, and it is fantastic. Especially, surprisingly, Scroung's Lament is my favorite track on the album.
Really?
Fantastic.
Whoa.
It's like so depressing when you actually like listen to the lyrics and stuff. You're like, oh, such a sad guy. Next thing I want to show off is this coffee mug that I'm drinking from. This is from, if you go to facebook.com/getetched, the girl's name is Kelly that was doing this. And she had like beer steins and, pint glasses and a number of things. I'm like, I'm not a huge beer drinker, but I like coffee. And they have a coffee mug. This is glass. It's pretty high quality, and this is just, it's etched on. This is an Autobot logo. It says Transformers Autobots. But I mean, she has a bunch of different designs and pretty cool. And now for some of the good stuff. At our Donatreon meetup, Sergio, who's in Discord as Third Sergio, because I don't know who the first and the second are, but he's first in my heart because he had this Inferno, and he was just like, anyone want an Inferno? I'm like, I'll take it. So for free, I got an Inferno, Titans Return, or Power of the Primes Inferno. So
Nice.
This is the one where his alt mode kind of resembles the original Robots in the Skies Optimus Prime. I'm wondering if there's a way to kind of mod it to resemble it in robot mode. Next I have, and none of this has been opened because I haven't had time, but next I have, thanks to Charles, this was his birthday present to me, the Titans Return Overlord. Just in time for Chris McFeely's The Basics on Overlord. So I like that.
There's still a million Overlords at Ollie's, by the way. At least my local Ollie's is at, like, all I have at Ollie's is Overlords, Blitzwings, Octanes, and Crocs and Trigger Happies. That's it.
Well, this is the sole toy purchase that came out of my TFcon money. Was, again, thanks to Charles and thanks to Jimmer for bringing it. Triptychon, which I'm covering up the mic because it's so big. And this was $50 Ollie's Triptychon, and I haven't opened it yet. I have been warned by Darryl and many other people to check the hips and do the modification if it needs it. So I want to make sure I have time to make sure I do that right, because I would hate to have this huge toy and screw it up.
What do they charge for Triptychon over there?
Well, the retail's what, like $150 or
Yeah.
like that? And then this was $50 because Toys R Us went out of business.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
About
So
300 here. So.
this is their price, $139.99. Our price, $49.99. So
Our price, help us.
our
Yeah,
price,
so-
we found it off the back of a truck.
Ollie's is a discount store in the States, and they got all the surplus Toys R Us merchandise after Toys R Us went bankrupt. They liquidated it and all got so we got really good prices on the last Titans Return stuff.
Yeah, so they probably paid $20 for it. They're still making a profit. So that's all the stuff I got that I'm going to show off this week. I have some art stuff that I'm going to show off next week. Try to spread it out.
All right, Darryl, bring us home. What do you got?
Well, I guess I'll show off some comics that I got done at the show. I got 3 sketch covers done at TFcon. I got my first one done by our good friend K Girl. I gave her a sketch cover and I just said, "Do what you want to do." She's like, "Do you have any preference at all?" And I said, "Nope, do what you want." And she gave me Fort Max. on
Nice.
my Transformers cover and colored it in. It looks fantastic. So I'm really happy with that. That one's really nice. Thank you, K-Girl, because it looks good. And she did really well at the show from what I understand. So yeah, hope to see her at another one real soon. I gave one to Casey Collar, and he did my Death of Spider-Man sketch cover. And all I told him is that I wanted Spider-Man to look like he had gotten his ass kicked. So yeah, he beat the hell out of Spider-Man here on this one. It looks really good. I like it. Casey's quite good at drawing, so he did well.
He draws good.
And my last one, this one went right up until the end of the show, and this is from Keizama, and I gave her a Wolverine.
Nice.
So
That
yeah,
is a mad Wolverine.
mm-hmm. He looks pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked with this one. So yeah, well done on all their parts. This is pretty cool. And Kay was really she was showing off her skills on the weekend.
Oh yeah.
She does a lot of her work with ink painting, like and she literally just is just painting lines with a brush, and it's like surgical precision with this brush, and it was quite a thing to see. So I was really impressed by her skill with that paintbrush.
So much talent.
Mm-hmm. I want to thank Yoshi for bringing me some stuff. He had remembered a conversation we had a long time ago, which surprised me first and foremost because both of us have really terrible memories. And he brought me his G2 Jazz still in its package. So that thing is really awesome. I haven't actually even opened this thing up to look. It is open, but I haven't really popped it open to take a close look at it. This was my G1 Jazz when I was younger. I never had an original G1. The G2 was my toy. So I'm pretty excited to have this. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, I'll put this up next to the G2 Make Toys one that I got from TFcon Canada last year, or this year. It was this year. And also Yoshi brought me a G2 hubcap in package. I liked the mini bots that were all super shiny. They were really kind of fun. So hubcap here in his red glory. I kind of remember my brother having this as a kid, but I thought it was Cliff Jumper. So I'm going to have to check and see if there was a Cliff Jumper and a hubcap version of this. I'll look into it later when I have time. One of the big deals that I got at the show was at a parts party where I haggled and got myself a Action Master Shockwave on card sealed for $20. So
Whoa.
I was pretty happy with that. I think, Jeremy, you were present while I was haggling.
I watched it.
How uncomfortable were you?
I was more uncomfortable just from the number of people packed in that room.
There was a lot of people, yeah. This is pretty cool. Shockwave, the Action Master Shockwave was on my list of things to kind of complete because I've had the figure, but I needed the backpack and the gun. And when I saw him here on Picard, I was like, oh well, there are both pieces. And then I thought, you know what? I can probably get him for the price that it's going to take me to complete the guy. So I kind of haggled him down to $20. It was good. I had to buy a bunch of other stuff from him though. And luckily enough, he had a bunch of stuff. One of the other things that I got was this in box. This is also Action Masters. This is Sprocket and the Attack Cruiser. It's in its box. It doesn't have the, I believe it probably would have come with a styrofoam insert. So it doesn't have that, but it is loose in there. It does, because it's late G1, it does have the really old box art that you would have seen on those late G1 boxes. So that's pretty fun to look at. But I did open it up, and I did have taken it out because it was open and loose, and there he is there. That's old Sprocket and the attack cruiser there. There's a lot of gold plastic on this thing, so I'm gonna be sure not to break it up. While Third Sergio was giving Jeremy his Inferno, he did also give me Nova Star. So I did manage to walk out of the convention with a free Nova Star. Thank you, Sergio. This is fantastic. I have yet to see one of these in stores, but I hear they're around. So cool. Thank you very much. And another Fembot to add to the collection. And the last thing I'm going to show today, this is my only pocket scale purchase of the entire weekend. Charles, I know you're into pocket scale stuff, and this was kind of cool. I saw it and I thought, you know what, that is a really cool pocket scale figure. This is Omega Supreme.
Oh,
pocket scale.
Really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's awesome.
Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to get one the next day and they were sold out.
Mm-hmm. He was $80. Yeah, he's I've taken him apart and I've put him into base mode, and he's fun. His head is as you would expect, is the tank, and basically it's the tiniest little tank. Look at that thing. So yeah, there it is, and articulated, and the little gun moves up and down and stuff. But yeah,
this is the one that we talked about a while back that can go into like the four-legged tank mode, and for the base. And
that's right.
It has a couple neat additions to Omega Supreme.
Mm-hmm. It kind of takes a different stab at the alt mode for Omega Supreme, and it's a neat figure for sure. I've enjoyed messing around with it, or the little time that I've had to really take a look at it.
He's nice and solid feeling.
Very, yes. He's got some really clickety ratchet joints. Yeah, and yeah, they're really good. All kinds of joints, waist swivel. Yeah, and then yeah, the track does come off the back and then just folds out, and yeah, it's quite fun. Yeah, and I've kind of put it next to the DX9 Devastator that I have, and they're almost around the same height. Devastator's a little shorter, but yeah, trying to recreate that scene from All Hail Megatron where they're fighting. But yeah, they're fun. But that's it. That's all I'm going to show today. I have a lot more stuff. I went on a bit of a G1 buying binge, so yeah, look forward to seeing that stuff.
All right, well, that'll do it for Trips to the Store. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Again, want to remind you that if you want to become a supporter of the Transmissions Podcast, all you got to do is go to transmissionspodcast.com/support. That's where you can get our stuff. We've also got a new merchandise store at TeePublic. So if you go to transmissionspodcast.com/shop, you can look at stuff there. There's going to be a pre-Black Friday sale from November 14th to something. 18th,
November
maybe?
12th. 12th through 18th.
12th through 18th. There you go. So check that out and buy some shirts. You can buy some Transmissions shirts or some other shirts from TeePublic. Just go through our link and you'll give us the credit. If you want to give us feedback, go to transmissionspodcast.com/feedback. And that's where you can leave us a note, contact us on social media, all that good stuff. Thanks as well to Greig for coming on and helping us out.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And listen to Greig all on the whole toy show and Transmissions, and on Transmissions alt mode, where we talk about Lost Light 25. All right, I think that's it. So we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later. Omega Supreme.